guys, this is Sandra. Welcome back to today's video. So this is another Plan With Me video in my Happy Planner. Let's just flip to the current week. So in my Happy Planner today, we will be planning from the 8th to the 14th, which is Monday to Sunday. But before we actually get started, I do want to share with you a couple of things. So the first item is my sister actually went to Portland in the States and she brought me back this coloring book. And now I know I haven't really shared a lot of other things other than bullet journaling and planning and makeup tutorials with you guys, but I am obsessed with Thomas Kinkade Disney prints and paintings. It's one of my goals in life. If I ever have a lot of money, I am going to buy all of his paintings, like these ones here with a Disney print, and I will be putting them up in my office and just surrounding myself with his beauty because I am in love with them. So what this is, it says 16 ready to frame coloring pages, and they're basically just these beautiful blank pages. And at the back of the book, it actually does have all of the prints in color, so you know what you want, like what colors to color the prints. So I just thought this was fantastic and I wanted to share it and just give a shout out to my sister. Thank you so much, because she thought of me and she knew I liked this stuff. And of course, when I color, sometimes I use a mixture of markers and brush pens, but mostly I like to stick with colored pencils because I find that I can really blend the easiest with them. And of course, I go through them like crazy because I sharpen them. I mean, look at the detail in these prints. So they have to have a really fine point so you don't color out of the lines. And at the same time, the paper is thick enough. I might be able to use my Copics or my Prismas, but I don't know. I think I'd probably just stick with pencil crayon. But anyway, thank you, Melissa. So moving on to share with you the next bullet journal I'll be using after my Indigo paper blank notebook. And this is from Archer and Olive, and I did share this in one of my stationery hauls. And I've opened it up. I'm just so excited to use it. I know currently, I think it's Cindy Guntart Baldo, she's using an Archer and Olive, and so is Amanda Rach Lee. And now these don't come with numbers on the pages, but that's okay because honestly, I don't really go by the numbers anyway. The index at the front, which this one doesn't have, you could just create your own index in your bullet journal. I never really use it anyway. And I usually create it more for form than function, so that's probably something I will drop. But needless to say, the paper in this is 160 GSM. It's so thick, and I'm planning on using watercolor in here just to kind of liven up my spreads a bit. So I'm very excited. I think I will be starting this in September, so very excited for that. But this is my traveler's journal. And I've been watching some YouTube videos in regards to traveler's notebooks. I bought this on Amazon probably over a year ago now, and I thought I was just going to use it for a regular journal. But then I started watching Helen Colebrook, and I fell in love with the way she journals. So she does something called creative journaling, and she uses a traveler's notebook, and basically it's a customizable notebook with a leather cover, and you can put any number of inserts. I think the limit is about 3 because you don't want it to get too thick, but these are inserts with fairly thick paper, and basically you can get dot grid paper. I have a blank one, a lined one, and a square grid one. That this is just what it came with in this book, but you can get dot grid, and you can use it as a bullet journal system or a planning system, but I'm going to do what's called creative journaling. So I might have a quote. I'll take something in regards to how I'm feeling that day, write out a quote, and then do some journaling words, maybe using some scrap paper and some stencils or watercolor, whatever I feel like that day. And I've been meaning to start this the last few days, and I've been really busy, so I haven't had a lot of time, but I'm very excited, and that's something that I'm thinking of showing on my channel. So if you guys are at all interested in that, please let me know in the comments below. Without further ado, let's get into the planning for the 8th to the 14th. So I'm going to keep this very simple this week. And instead of actually talking, because I will be doing my bullet journal setup for the week as well, instead of talking, I'm basically just going to put this on silent. I'm going to fast forward through the whole thing, and you'll see how I've changed it up. Okay, so as you can see, I have kept this to an absolute minimum. I decided to change the whole spread, so down here I'm leaving it blank just in case there are things during the week that I want to add. There's always things that come up, and I really like having a running task list. Mostly I put it in my bullet journal, but sometimes I like to add it in here just so I can glance at it before I start my bullet journal daily task list. So I've moved weather and meal planning up here. Of course, I've split it with this thinner washi tape, and this is for the most important things during that day that I really need to get done. So I think I like this method better. It looks a lot less busy than the previous spread, and I really don't like this picture down here at all, so I decided to cover it up with these decorative little stickers here. And then goals, these will be like the 3 most important things during the week that I really want to get done. So I think I've kind of focused it down. It's not as busy, it's a lot easier to kind of look at. So I think going forward, this is what I will be doing. So now moving along, we are going to also complete my bullet journal setup for the week. So I've already kind of drawn out in pencil for this weekly spread, and now I usually give you a quick glance at the previous week here. This is the previous week, so I left everything open. I didn't put anything in boxes. And this week, everything's going in a box. Doesn't that sound so counterintuitive? But it's going in a box, guys. So first of all, I'm going to find a pen that won't run on me. So I will be using my Sakura Pigma Micron, but it's the PN, so the plastic nib. And for writing in my planner, I was using my Micron 03. So I might keep the 03 handy, but I do want to have a little bit of a darker line when I'm drawing out these boxes. I will be making straight lines, so I won't be doing this just off the top of my head. I prefer to have a ruler for this, and I will be doing some decorations, so I'll color some stuff in. And I think just so I can get smaller font, I will be using this Pentel Touch pen. So this is a small brush pen that I have not done a video for yet. I might use this, or I might use my Tombow Fudenosuke black hard tip brush pen. I haven't quite decided yet, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to again fast forward through the entire thing, and we'll come back and discuss. Okay, so I think that does it for this spread. The only thing that I could see myself doing is maybe adding some pieces of washi tape. What I would probably do, I really like this one. This is probably my favorite out of all of these washi tapes that I have. So these are the ones I have. This one's kind of cute too, actually. What I like to do is rip it off so it has that ripped look. And then I'm going to see if I can also rip it lengthwise just to make it look like it's ripped as opposed to cutting it down the middle, because then that just looks too clean for me. So let's see if I can rip it from the other side too. Of course, it never seems to work out for me. So this piece here, I could put it at the bottom. I could also take some of this washi tape. So I'm not actually going to go ahead and fill any of this out, just because this video is already going to be long enough. But I just wanted to give you guys a sense of how I set up my weekly bullet journal spread. And before, I used to just get really super lazy and not even do any designs, and I just love how I'm adding a couple of leaves here and there, and it gives it a little bit more emphasis. It's pretty. I really like it. I've got on this sticker sheet that I used last week, and I used a couple of these leaves in my planner. I might just take one of these Monstera leaves and then add it in a random spot here on my planner. Let's put it right here, just to give it a little something something. And that is it for this setup. So now, as you guys know, I will, on the next page, I go ahead and add washi tape to the top and bottom, and then I just start my dailies. So I've really been liking this as opposed to having a dedicated weekly spread where I have limited space to write. I can't work that way. I have to have the freedom to be able to write down whatever I want whenever I want. So this spread and this layout have really been working for me, and I just love it. So until next time, you guys, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Take care of yourselves. Remember, self-care is a huge thing, whether that be in the form of working out or journaling or spending time with your family and loved ones. Just remember to always take care of yourself. So until next time, have a wonderful week. Take care.